Tomb Raider was once a one-of-a-kind dark ride at Kings Island that was later renamed The Crypt after they lost their rights to the Tomb Raider brand. Then the ride was removed after the 2011 season, with the ride and all its parts being removed, but the building the ride was in still standing as a massive eyesore in the Rivertown area of the park. And this got me thinking, what can Kings Island do with this building, or the plot of land it sits on? Starting off with, what can they do with the building? Starting with putting a new flat ride in the building, something similar to what Tomb Raider was, like a Zamperla Backflash, or have a new themed dark ride, as Kings Island does not offer a single good one. So a new Phantom Theater or another type of dark ride would fit nicely into this building and fill a massive need in the park's lineup if they wanted to keep Boo Blasters. My final idea for this is if they wanted to put a coaster into the building, they could get an Intamin or Premier Ride shuttle launch coaster. For this, I'm leaning Intamin. With the layout being something like Flash Vertical Velocity at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, but instead of being inverted, it would just be a normal sit-down coaster. This coaster would also probably offer randomized launches, where you can start off going backwards or forwards, with the coaster having a theme similar to the other rides in the area, and with a location a name like Escape from the Beast would fit the coaster and the area. Now what could Kings Island do in this area if they chose to remove the Tomb Raider building? Starting off with adding a few flat rides, something like a Zamperla Air Race or Nebulous. Now let's talk about coasters that could fit into this area. There are not many, but there are a few, starting with the Zamperla Double Heart Coaster, which is a coaster that fits into a small footprint and can be decently thrilling. Now to another launch shuttle coaster, a Premier Ride Skyrocket 2, which also fits into a small footprint, is very similar to the Zamperla Double Heart Coaster, just slightly different. However, both these coasters have the same issue of low capacity, as they can only run one train. Now to another coaster they could put into this area, an S&S Free Spin Coaster, which can run more than one train, and would be the only one of these coasters close to Kings Island, making it unique for the area, and give Kings Island something they don't have. Now to the final coaster, an RMC Raptor. These coasters are very thrilling and can have some of the wildest layouts in the world, with insane airtime throughout the layout. This coaster is running insanely fast, and we all know these coasters are thrilling enough for Kings Island and put in this plot of land, but there's one problem: they have low capacity. A Great Adventure runs Jersey's Devil with little problem, and they had 2.91 million visitors compared to Kings Island's 3.18 million visitors in 2021. And according to RMC, the Raptor can do 600 riders an hour on 3 train operations. However, that may be too low for Kings Island. So what if RMC could build Kings Island a Raptor with RMC track, so Kings Island could have the double-sided seating, helping boost the number of riders from 600 to 1200 riders an hour, which would be perfect for the park, but that does not seem likely. So if Kings Island wanted a Raptor, they could have RMC build a custom Raptor with 5 or 6 block zones to support 4 train operations, and they could figure out a multi-move station. They could realistically have a Raptor with good enough capacity for the park. Now that we talked about the fun things Kings Island could do with this building, let's get into some ways they could make it look nicer if they wanted to keep using the building the way they are. First, they could paint the building to better match the area around it, help blend it in more with the area. Or they could use it as a kind of theming piece for the coasters in that area, painting it to match the theme of Diamondback, the Beast, Mystic Timbers, or just Rivertown in general, so it does not look like an empty building that has no place in this area. But as of right now, it seems like the building will just sit in Rivertown and Kings Island has no plan for it, and have bigger things to focus on, like replacing Vortex and retheming Action Zone. So tell me, what do you think that Kings Island should do with the old Tomb Raider building? Bye guys, see you all next time.